And welcome to the NFL Wildcard Weekend edition of the Turnpike Sports Pro Football Picks, powered by Betfred. I'm Doug Weishottle here with Dave Weishottle. We are here with our Super Wildcard Weekend best bets for this opening weekend of the NFL playoffs.
Yeah, I can't wait. This is what it's all about.
Yes.
Right now. So
Also, one of the things I really enjoy around this time of year is seeing what happens to the teams that don't make the playoffs. Mm-hmm. It's very interesting watching some of the maneuvers that are happening. We've already seen
lots of firings.
A coach and a GM both left. What it was Arizona?
Yeah,
correct.
Arizona.
Yes.
Lovie Smith is gone from Houston. Boy,
Yep.
What was Houston thinking? Boy,
they wanted to win.
Let me take care of this by the first draft pick. Let me get rid of that.
Well, again, Houston's been having trouble all season.
They can't even lose right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't think they wanted to lose. I think Lovie Smith was just playing it out, and he wanted to play hard. And that team does play hard. I'll give him that. They're not a good team though. They are not.
Not very smart from a draft perspective.
Right. Well, this is the wild card weekend. We now have a 3-day weekend of football games. We have 2 games on Saturday, 3 on Sunday, and a Monday night game. Mm-hmm. This was introduced last year too. That they called it the Super Wild Card Weekend. I actually kind of like the spread of games. I'm not sold on a Monday night game.
It's a very good game, though. It should be a very interesting game.
It could be the best game of the weekend.
Yeah, maybe.
It could be. It could be. But, again, Monday night games, 3 on Sunday, 2 late games on Saturday. We got a 4:30 and an 8. Mm-hmm. So it'll be kind of interesting. These are going to be very good games, I think, because we got a lot of good teams here.
Well, it's the playoffs. It should be good games.
Well, sometimes they sneak in. And,
some of the spreads, though, are 10 and 10.5 and things like that.
So, but we'll see what happens here. As always, we're here with our picks. We use BetfredSports. We do the Tuesday morning lines. We do either spreads or totals. We do not do money line picks. Mm-hmm. Again, three games each, and let's go right into it. Let's start up with game number 1.
Okay.
First game of the wild card weekend for me is the Seattle Seahawks versus the San Francisco 49ers. Seattle's traveling to San Francisco. The Niners are favored by 10. There's an over-under of 43. I am totally impressed with how the 49ers have been playing this season.
Absolutely.
This quarterback carousel, it has derailed so many other teams when they have more than 2 quartgoing playing the entire season. This is their
Purdy
on third.
And Geno Smith. Very good game. Interesting game.
This is going to be a fun game to watch.
I by the way, in my notes I have this is going to be a fun game to watch.
Well, right now we've got the Niners coming in. They are on an unbelievable run. They're 10-0 straight up over their last 10, 8-2 against the spread in that same span. Seattle's riding a really bad time to be doing 1-8 against the spread. They over their last 9, they're 1-8. San Francisco, when they played Seattle in the season series, they went 2-0 straight up, and also 2-0 against the spread against the Seahawks. I just think with that defense of the Niners, they may have the best defense in the league, especially when it comes to second half of every game. They seem to shut down their opponents every second half. Seattle's got their work cut out for them, especially when you look at that the 49ers are 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 home games. I just think right now Seattle may have a really tough time with this team, even with Brock Purdy under the center. I'm doing San Francisco and laying the 10.
I took this game, too. I didn't do the spread. I think this will have a bit more scoring than I think a lot of people think. The 49ers have hit the over 4 times out of their last 4 home games. And when they play on grass, they hit the over 5 out of the last 5 times. And look, I love the way Geno Smith has been playing this year. And I firmly believe that Seattle is going to lose. But I think they can score more than people think they'll score. And I think I'm taking the over 43.
Okay, let's head on over to game number 2. Second game of Wild Card Weekend, I've got the Los Angeles Chargers at Jacksonville Jaguars. The Chargers are favored by 1 point in this game. There's an over-under of 47.5. Both these teams have been playing extremely well down the stretch here. The Chargers are 4-0-1 against the spread in their last 5, and the Jaguars are 4-1 against the spread over the same time, last 5 games. The last time these teams played was back in September, where the Jaguars won 38-10. Mm-hmm. So I think this is really going to be a matter of how the Chargers handle their injuries. I mean, they've been banged up all year long.
Let me tell you
something. They've been dealing with that, but there was no need for everything to be all the starters to be playing that last weekend. They had already locked up the 5th seed.
I have that in my notes, and I took this game too. I have that in my notes, and I think that might tell the story this week. So
and it's just they're playing a Jaguars team that seems to be really, really hitting their stride. They're 5-1-1 against the spread in their last 7 versus the AFC teams. They're 4-0 against the spread as a home underdog. Mm-hmm. So it's really going to depend on the Chargers. I almost called them San Diego. Yeah. But again, if the Chargers manage their injuries better, maybe I would think differently. But with all the injuries they suffered that final week, I got to go with Jacksonville with the +1.
Yeah, I'm going Jacksonville too. Here's a couple more against the spread stats. The Jags are 5-2 against the spread of their last 7 games in January, and they're 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. I think the Jaguars are on a roll, and I think, like I said, that was incredibly stupid for the Chargers to play their starters for that long. Okay, I would understand, you want to play them for a quarter, and just to keep them in the flow of the game and the season.
Rust.
Yeah,
avoid the rust.
But oh my God, that was just ridiculous. But I like the Jaguars.
Okay, let's head on over to the last game of the week for us. Last game, I have the New York Giants traveling to Minnesota to face the Vikings. Vikings are favored by 3 points here. There's an over-under of 48.5. Let's face it, this season, the Vikings have been king of the one-score games. I think they won an NFL record 11 one-score games. That's never been done before. I don't think that's going to be done again anytime soon. The Giants, well, I don't know what to say about the Giants. As a fan of the co-owners of MetLife Stadium there, it was really, really nice to see Brian Daboll take this team and do some amazing things with it. They've been a very impressive team. I didn't think they would be this good at the beginning of the season, but I think with Daboll's experience in the playoffs with Buffalo is going to come in very handy here. The Giants are coming in running a 6-1 against the spread streak in their last 7, 4-0 against the spread in their last 4. Back in December when they played the Vikings last, the Giants lost by 3 points, which is the spread here.
Uh-huh. By the way, that's why I didn't take this game. I looked at it. I hated that spread that has push written all over it, so I stayed away from it.
Well, right now, the Vikings are 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games. They're only 4-4 against the spread as a home favorite. Here's an interesting stat I found. New York is 6-1 against the spread this season as an away underdog.
Wow. Okay.
So I think, as you can tell by where I'm going with these stats, I'm going with New York in +3.
Let me tell you something. If this line moves like 3.5 or 2.5, yes, I might think about jumping all over it, depending on where it moves. But like I said, if it's 3, it just has, for me, it has push written all over it. So why bother?
Honestly, I just didn't like any of the other games that were left, and that
might be one of those live bet kind of situations here.
Yeah. So, but New York +3.
Well, my final game is the Baltimore Ravens traveling to the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are 6.5-point favorites with a total of 43.5 points. I love the way Cincinnati's been playing. They're almost unbeatable at home. Their last 6 home games they've won, and not only have they won, they're 9-1-1 in their last 11 home games against the spread. So it's just incredible. And the Bengals have been on a streak for some time now. Get this one. They are 35-16-1 against the spread in their last 52 games overall. I mean, and with the Ravens and the Lamar Jackson injury, I mean, even if Lamar Jackson plays, how effective can he be? I don't think he's played football for a month now. So I expect I really expect a big week from the Bengals, and I'm taking the Bengals and laying the points.
All right, that's all our picks for this week. Let's recap. Go ahead.
Well, I am taking the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are a 1-point underdog against the LA Chargers. I am taking the over 43 points in the Seattle-San Francisco game, and I am taking the Cincinnati Bengals, who are 6.5-point favorites, over the Ravens.
And I'm doing the Jaguars +1 as well. I'm also doing San Francisco laying the 10 against the Seahawks. And I'm going with the underdog New York Giants +3 against the Vikings. As always, these picks will be put up on our blog. Head on over to our website, turnpikesports.us. Click on the blog button. You'll see print versions there. Please feel free to comment on the blog itself. You can also reach us at Turnpike Sports, at Turnpike Bets on Twitter, at Turnpike Sports Facebook, at Turnpike Sports Radio on Instagram. And be sure to check out Betfred Sports. They've got a great new offer for all their states that they're in, including the new one, which is Ohio.
And that'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.